You guys can't hear it, but they keep on spamming the chat wheel lines. And it really struck me that the English team voice lines, they're all very like relatively chill. You know, I think of Quincy Crew. You know, Quinn saying XD, you know, like real monotone. Meanwhile, all the Russian lines are like screaming at you as loud as possible. Venomancer against Abaddon? Is that good?
I mean, versus Abaddon, no, but versus Razor in general, yes. So even if you can't get the Gale off, the wards still apply as slow, which can be a little annoying.
Maybe he's their vessel carrier as well, like farming lane.
Yeah, I mean, do I love it? No, not really. I feel like there could be something better if I had the list in front of me.
But it should make do as a laner, right? With the Spirit Breaker Venomancer as a dual off lane. If it's a safe lane Razor, you know, naturally any ranged off laner is going to do better in that situation.
He could just knock out Gale and just get wards and the passive. I've seen that before. If he can make it to level 3 or 4, he'll be fine. Until then, he'll be very vulnerable.
Now, this does mean that depending on how you feel about Razor as his scaling capacity, you could see AS Monaco Gambit ban Lina and SF to what I would say more carry style mids or safe lanes, whichever one you prefer. What's really left for VP?
Oh, before I can answer, they'll pick it. DP again. Okay. But I think Gambit had it last time, right? In the game they won? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So
I feel like if VP can just keep walking forwards, then this game is pretty nice for them. If they're ever on the back foot, it seems really hard playing into Gambit's heroes. But
oh yeah, I'd like to see hero on Gambit that's long range. Because like they just want to run at you right now on VP. They have no gap closing abilities. They just have a bunch of tanky heroes, very immobile. They just have to use their feet to walk.
Exactly.
Veno's pretty good against that, but like this is now where like the sniper, is that banned? That could be very good for Gambit in a game like this.
Dusa, sniper, what other like long range?
Drow. Something like that could be good.
Are
like
you
the big ones?
Are you still looking?
Lina was banned. That was another one.
Yeah. Previously, you saying I want a safe lane Kunkka because most Timber counters come from mid.
Yeah.
Seeing this draft unfold further, do you still stick with that line of thought?
It's hard because they picked the Veno because they kind of filled that like magic damage Lesh type hero.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid if they pick Lesh, it might get bursted because they don't have any heal or sustain for it. It can still work and it's not bad, but it's definitely a riskier style if they want to go that route.
these aren't normal heroes on Gambit lineup. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Lesh has to, like, if they pick Lesher, he's going to be running into Mortimer's Kiss. He's going to be running into a Razor, a DP with Ghost, a Timber. It's a lot of damage. And they don't have any heal, so I'm afraid it won't be enough unless he gets out of the laning stage with a lot.
It feels like there's a very awkward, because I was going to say Ursa, you're countered to Timber Saw, but then you're matched up against Razor, Death Prophet, two heroes that kite you very well.
Yeah, I mean, he is a tank killer, though. There's a lot of tanky heroes. He can burst any of these heroes if he jumps on them, but I'm afraid all three of these cores on VP are happy to build Yules, too. He could get kited real hard this game.
Yeah, that is that is a big question mark. So it sounds to me like lanes are going to be pretty important here.
For sure. I think VPs are stronger, I would suppose. I guess Abaddon makes it hard for Gambit to win the lane they're meant to win. Which is the Venu Spirit Breaker one. Oh, it's hard. Like I said, I think if VP can always just keep moving forward, it's just impossible for Gambit to deal with it with their heroes. But yeah, as soon as the foot turns, you get glimpse back, or should burst you, you're dead, you get that one pick off, then you keep running after them and kill more. It's a snowball effect I think Gambit can run with.
Alright, so which side are you going for then? Sounds
I'll
to
go
me like
VP.
Virtus.pro is just easier.
Yeah,
to
seems
play.
easier.
Yeah.
I'll do VP.
Fear, would you agree with that?
VP's lineup's easier to execute. I think Ursa needs Blink, BKB, Diffusal, and He's within a limit of like his BKB duration to really get a kill on a core for them to execute their lineup.
Okay, well, I guess that leaves AS Monaco Gambit with the onus is on them to be able to perform a high execution lineup in order to beat Virtus.pro and secure themselves a better slot here in the Eastern European DPC. For the final game of the day, let's turn to Lyrical and Trent.
Thank you so much, Cap. And yes, we are ready. Final game of the day. Virtus.pro. It feels like to me, the panel's in agreement. I'm in agreement that they've got a hell of a strong draft. I don't know where Lorenov's going to go. I don't know what he's going to do. It looks like it's all pain.
Yeah, I think it's one thing for it to be like easy to execute, which I agree with. I think it looks that way for Virtus.pro. I also think they can just make like a billion mistakes. Whereas I think that, Gambit, they make one mistake, and I feel like this game's just kind of over.
Yeah, that's a problem. And we'll have to see how they deal with it. Because, like, the other thing is that it felt like throughout the 2 games that we've already had, there's been a lot of those, like, mistakes, and then it's been, like, who can capitalize on those the best, right? And here it just feels like it kind of plays itself. You pop Eye of the Storm, you pop Exorcism, you run at people. And I'm anticipating this Timber having, like, an okay game. I don't know. There's some things that are annoying, but at the same time, DM, I think, should be, like, kind of happy here.
I mean, the last time I hated a draft this much, Empire won with it, so it's fine. Maybe Gambles do the same thing.
Okay,
we'll be all good. Oh, they just got busted by GBK walking up, so they know there's a ward somewhere.
Right.
Just not sure where. Typically, where he walked to, the tower range wouldn't hit you at nighttime, but clearly there was dire vision. Oh, Ilias. Oh, he's sniffing. He's smelling it out here.
Literally standing on it.
Is this some special spray tactic? He's like, here, how about there?
That's the only place that it makes sense.
Hello,
I don't know if they know.
1, 2, 3. Hello, mic test.
Well, they're high-fiving, so there's that. Getting their numbers up.
1, 2, 3.
True. Gotta stack those whenever possible. But in the meantime, we'll see if they end up going for it and dropping it or not. And it looks like it's going to be a trade-off of 2 apiece. The other thing I'm really interested in and very concerned about is Mellis playing on this Venomancer. Not that, like, Veno's a terrible hero or anything like that, but it just doesn't feel like it fits his style.
Yeah, it's typically the counter to Ursa. So we often see them in the same game, but very rarely on the same team. But it is a pretty good hero versus Razor as well for a couple reasons. Number one, Razor just runs through fights, so has to go through the wards. Razor also wants to be attacking people, not killing wards the whole time, so he's got that going for him. And obviously, like, Razor's ulti doesn't do anything to the Veno wards and stuff, so kind of a nuisance. But yeah, it's not necessarily my favorite lane here. Veno Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, and particularly with Abba in tow, like, Ilias, I think, is just going to be fine, like, right-clicking away this entire time.
Wait, but Venomous Gale's undispellable, Lyrical.
Right?
Right?
I know. Yeah, no, that's not true.
Oh, times have changed. Oh, no.
It's been a little bit.
Veno used to have some sauce. Now, very sauceless. Not quite as spicy anymore.
Yeah, I do kind of like, though, this, like, poison touch beatdown that we're sort of seeing, because you don't want to have to commit, like, one of the Photic shields just to take off poison touch, their poison sting that's immediately going to get reapplied again. So that's
I saw this.
cool.
I think we had this matchup already where an Abba was playing support into a Veno lane, and it just looked so miserable for the Veno. I was just like, you're not really getting anything good out of this, because, like, a lot of the Venos will go wards later on, like, 5 and 6, so they don't even have the wards for the first 4 levels, and then it's just your right clicks, and I don't know. I'm not a huge fan here. Meanwhile, up top, though,
Damage. Taking some
This is what they
damage. One more
need.
punch. Now Burka gets the first blood, gets boots as well off of that. So
claws.
a big pick.
Yeah, they reach really far.
Yeah. And in the mid lane, Lorenov still making a home for himself. It feels like it's going to be that later stage of the game when it starts to get more annoying playing against a Razor, playing against a Timber. But at least for against the DP, should be able to sustain himself by, doing a combo of XTPs and stuff.
Oh my god, they're both level 1 bottom. I'm so surprised they didn't go for that kill there when he was getting the curse. I think Immersion should be dead right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, it's like, well, why bother killing them? Like, I guess Melee's managed to get level 2.
Right.
But they can really put the bully on. Immersion's just like, please, one more creep. Let me have charge so we can maybe do something.
There you go. Oh, that doesn't help that much, actually. Oh my God, is he dead? No. Pierre's gonna let him go. But again,
Guys,
that
don't
sets up.
don't look at the last hits. Don't
Dude.
look, Lyrical. Don't.
It's
Close
really
it.
bad.
Don't-
I know.
don't
I
look.
know. Jesus. 3
Don't look.
last hits. I looked. 3
Just
last
look, guys.
hits for Melis. This is. I mean, you don't need to kill him. You're shutting down the game completely. Dude.
All right, when does he get a fourth? Does he get a fourth? What? Dude, he's so far back.
I don't know. This game, this might need to be like a head to the triangle. Start
Look at him.
freaking
He's level
dropping
3.
plague wards.
On the ammo, he's just running at him. He's like, I have the orb of venom. I'm the poisonous one.
Dude, this is devastating. Up top, you can see DM having perfectly fine time. Already got the bracer done. But yeah, there's just nothing for him here.
Oh no, they didn't get the pull through. They tip him. Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. Is it? Maybe
Is
they
it?
can contest.
I mean, if you want to, Pure could pull himself over also. Yeah, he's gonna come and contest this. He's not giving it to him for free.
He's just back at the tower.
Oh, he got clapped. He got clapped by the freaking Hellbear. He's dead. Immersion's done. That
I don't wanna go
clap by the
anywhere else.
Hellbear.
I just want to watch bottom. I DC other lanes. This is way too good.
Wow, we'll keep our eyes over there. We'll keep them peeled in case there's anything interesting. Because it's just, like, this is the hardest shutdown of a lane that we've seen in a while. This is worse than the sniper lane.
4 last hits.
Dude.
He has 1 last hit per minute, guys.
Oof.
Hype.
Meanwhile, Ilias is doing such a great job of, like, just coming and pressuring him away. Melis has to run in with the creep wave.
He still has 4 tangos and a salve.
Yeah, actually, it doesn't matter. Holy
All I've
moly.
seen him do is hit them.
Dude.
Oh, here comes number 5. Come on, Melis.
He's trying.
No, no. Get back.
Forced away.
Foul beast.
Dude, he is so far ahead right now. Melis is still level 2, and he took Gale. Like, what the hell are they even hoping? He's dead. If he chases this out, like, he probably is going to get ran down. Maybe he can double wave this? I don't know. Oh, no. Not like
bad.
this.
Yeah. Run around circles, double wave, TP out.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing you can do here.
This is actually not a bad play.
Yeah. Don't get stuck, creeps. He needs every one of you. Meanwhile, up top, the chase down comes. Yamich again. Alberca will end up getting that finish. So, again, some signs of life. And they definitely need it because, God, bottom is going poorly.
All right, I'm going to give you guys a tip, though. If you're playing Dota, and if you're this Veno right now, don't ever tell the other lanes what's happening. All right? You're not feeding. Don't tell them that you only have... Because it's not going to help anything to say, I only have 4 last hits. That doesn't help. I hope your guys' lane is going well because bottom's a disaster. It's like, no, that's not helping anybody, okay? You got to put on a brave face.
Yeah,
All
there
right?
you go.
Try and fix your situation like Melez is here with Immersion, where they're stacking camps. They're double waving.
Oh, is he dead
Now,
again?
this is where they figure it out when you die. That part's a
Yeah,
little rough.
this is really bad. And he actually got no experience from those creeps either. Dude, that is jeez. They're gonna take this tower maybe. They actually might take this tower.
They're zoning back Immersion.
Oh my
so
God,
much
Immersion
XP.
is level 2.
He can't get the XP.
Dude, what is this? This bottom lane is so disastrous, and they're also using Exo mid. So if anybody comes down bottom to deal with this, they're gonna be taking a ton of damage onto that mid tier 1.
This is
How
the
is
greatest
this
thing I've
allowed to
ever
happen?
seen. I love this so much.
Virtus.pro bringing down mid tier 1 tower to below half HP. Bottom tier 1 tower is going down. Yo, I don't even know.
Okay, now on the bright side, they dominated so hard that these creeps are all still here. So, you know, there's still some XP coming.
That's true, and it's
Just
dangerous
live.
to come and contest there. This actually is huge for Melis. Like losing that tower is needed.
He's almost twice his XP right now. He's almost level 7, and Melez is 3.5.
Oh wow, so pain, so pain. Great voice lines. Damn, dude.
They're like down a core right now.
Yeah, they are completely. And I mean, Ursa is having an okay time. DP is ahead of Kunkka. This is big though. If they can finish off this big stack right here. Oh no, Melis, not again.
That's okay. That's fine. He's worthless at this point. Like, he's giving them the stack. All right.
Yeah. Will they be able to finish it all off? Yeah, it looks like it. So that's something. Why are you tipping pure? What the hell? He's like, yeah, I got that stack for my team. You see that?
It's all part of the plan. I'm the support. I mean, look, Immersion's higher net worth.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that.
Oh man. So what's happening in this game anywhere else there, guys?
I mean, Trent, so I guess this is the question. How does that change the game plan of Gambit? That they don't have a Veno anymore? That this hero is just out of the game now, basically?
Well, I would say the one thing it does is it really removes the ability to go very aggressive. Well, here's the thing. Veno was just going to sit and plant itself on wards every time, or lanes anyway, right? Like, Melee's he's just like, yeah, I'm just going to go wherever the lanes are pushing in. You guys are going to go fight with Spirit Breaker and Kunkka, Disruptor. It doesn't necessarily change it that much.
DM. Oh,
and he'll just
good
be
jump
further behind when they have the big fights at Roach.
Okay. All right, I hear you there.
You know, in terms of heroes this could happen to, Veno's actually not the worst.
Yeah.
Because, look, he can still do this, right?
Yeah, and as Melis starts to catch back up in levels and stuff, like, you scale better for your Poison Nova. I mean, man, it's still a problem. There's no question about that. And it got Razor off to a hell of a start. Already Falcon Blade done, as well as this Javelin. And now, Exorcism popped to steal the camps. GPK's in there.
That, I would say, is the true issue, is the Razor, of course, yeah, because their pressure is going to be rather brutal. They have a lot of vision here for the Dire, though.
Careful, careful. Jump in, DM throws out the Chakram. Lorenov afterwards, they try and go for a cookie play now. Torrent is going to follow it up. Lorenov taking a ton of damage. GPK, good glimpse. That's going to be enough to keep him alive.
This Exorcism was still like more than halfway, remaining when they came to contest this too. So maybe they split some of that XP, but not able to get a punishing kill here onto Virtus.pro. So Gambit, I mean 3-3, but certainly not a very even game at the moment. Already a 3K lead.
Yeah, this is kind of nuts. And, you know, in sort of reverse order from what we tend to anticipate out of these heroes and the way games have been played, they took bottom tier 1 first, then went mid, and now it's that safe lane tier 1 tower that's still left alive. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and perhaps not for much longer. You imagine the next Exorcism could go there. DP actually rotating without Exorcism because of this Invis rune. Lots of damage, though, because it is a Timber Saw. I don't see any sentries down here. Oh, there we go for the Dire. Yeah, runs right into one up there.
9 seconds left on that, too. That would have been nice for a pickup there. But you can see for Gambit, it's just all about catch-up mode now. Dodge whenever you can. Alberca. Oh, is he going to sneak a rush?
Well, they're so far ahead right now that what they're doing is they're just using the catapult wave to siege top. That way they'll have Exorcism for the next one. But yeah, you might be right. Might have been trying to find something a little bit sneaky here.
Oh, he's trying to do a sneak mission. Look at him. He went right past Ilias with the smoke.
Now that's an Ursa player.
Damn. All right. Let's see if Alberca can do it. I mean, this is big. If they can get Aegis on Alberca. Now, the dangerous situation.
That's some quality bashes.
Yeah. The danger zone is that this actually opens up second Roche more quickly for Virtus.pro, which is something to think about.
Dude, he's losing this fight.
Is he dead?
Dude, Roche.
Oh my god, Alberca.
No, he's fine. He's fine. But he's really low.
Yeah.
Like, he might just lose his Aegis.
Oh,
he got it. I thought he stole it.
I thought he did too. But he's dead regardless. Oh, man. All right, well, they find him. Alberca gonna fall. They get the tier 1 tower as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, DP's like, nice. My shard's going to be there really early this game.
True.
Next Roach, 21 minutes. Sick.
Well, they did finally manage to take that bottom tier 1 tower, which is no small feat. And Melis is playing catch up here. And definitely needed.
Hey, he has no feet.
God damn you.
Maelstrom now finished for Pure?
Yeah. Oh, wow, yeah. Interesting.
It's thematic, you know? It's a lore-based thing.
Right. That's a good point. I wonder if he goes Atos.
You can't even tell when he actually gets a Maelstrom proc because it looks exactly the same as his right click.
That's true. Do you think they use the same animation?
Now I've never really thought about it, but it really looks like it.
Yeah.
He just has this very satisfying whip.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, well, getting all the important questions answered this game.
Oh.
And I guess the question is, what do VP do now? There's no Aegis for them, so at the very least there's that aspect here, as it was taken away by Gambit. Can they pressure a tier 2 safely? There is some worry. Perhaps you get trapped in the bog, right? You go for this tier 2. You decide that it's not really worth it. Maybe you get Poison Nova, and there's a glimpse back. There's the X. There's the chase down of the Spirit Breaker. Formation going to be pretty important here for Virtus.pro.
Yeah. Yeah, making sure that they don't just get caught in like a weird position spread out. I also feel like with this BKBs that are going to be on deck soon, you can see Death Prophet trying to rush it. Maybe that's an instance where you can feel comfortable going for a tier 2 tower before Roche comes out, because I think that they can probably do it even without having an Aegis once they get those BKBs online. Because where's the damage?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a situation of like, if they kill DM, they don't have anything to kill anyone else. Because like they're gonna take so much control to actually allow the Ursa to get the right clicks off on the DM that I can't imagine there's much left in the tank for Pure as well as GPK. So a full 5-on-5 seems to favor Virtus.pro pretty heavily still. I will admit I'm very surprised it's only a 3k lead. I feel like it should be higher. Considering they like Ursa got killed doing Roche, Veno didn't have a game, and Razor's been free farming completely.
Yeah, I guess that, you know, it is still 14 minutes, so that's still a pretty substantial lead there, but it could have been like way worse, even more so. But I don't know, time will tell if they can sort of maintain this level of a lead over the next several minutes. I mean, it keeps on growing every minute too, actually, which is scary. Smoke up. Lorenov, Happy Durara have level 6 on Disruptor, and obviously Boat only level 1 right now, but we'll get to level 2 off killing this creep camp.
GBK has just been clearing through the triangle constantly. Had a big stack of Ancients now because of the hard camp too. Yamich going to assist. I am worried a little bit about this invasion if Yamich is ready with the kisses, because I feel like they're going to absolutely decimate Gambit. You think about like how they want to collapse onto, like, let's say they go on this Razor or this Abba. If the kisses come out, I think they just die. Like they just can't get away, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, there really isn't anywhere for them to go. Like the mobility is just not really there that much. Whoa, Lorenov, I didn't even see that. BKB done though. That's pretty big.
Yeah, he's been pretty huge. He's been the most farmed on the team for a while. A lot of stacks being thrown up there from Gambit as they kind of saw what was happening in the lanes.
Right.
I mean, we saw some of the stacks obviously get stolen, but they still cleared up quite a few of them. Very hard game to be a Spirit Breaker for sure. I think a lot of people have probably played this game before. You're a core, a support that really relies on playing with your cores and like chasing down and getting these kills and feeling like you have the opportunity for aggression.
Yeah.
Instead, Immersion just had no lane and it's just been essentially stacking.
Yeah, stuck alone. They do manage to take down that ward afterwards. Immersion did just get a D ward, and him having, you know, these phase boots, it's kind of nice. Maybe you can try and do some like cutting waves and stuff like that. We're also seeing Melis kind of fall into his element. This is what you were talking about before, where even those
His nemesis, the Razor.
I mean, there's no way you kill Pure here. It's just not going to happen. Alberca, the turnaround, thinking about going. Pop the ulti afterwards. Pure actually getting brought down low now, but the save, is it going to be enough? Pure turning, trying to live, barely walking away from there, and Ilias in the area will keep him alive. Oh, that hurts. It does force out the exorcism, if nothing else.
They put so much into that Razor though, like with the second bombardment of the Kunkka coming through.
Yeah.
I think they could have maybe committed for the kill onto Pure under the tower, but I think they lose 3 if they go for that.
Yeah, it had to happen right there, and if it doesn't, good decision by Gambit to just back away. But yeah, it doesn't really make it any less of a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, they drew them all back mid at the very least, so now feeling safe enough to sort of spread out, farm it up a little bit here, grab some neutral items. Maybe they can get some sort of a combo here to help things. Something better than a Tumbler's toy on your Kunkka, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
charge onto Pure here, and obviously canceled because that's terrifying.
Ilias in the middle of 3 heroes. He just doesn't care, just dewarding. ABBA completely free game. This has been a huge pickup. I'm surprised at how effective it's been.
Yeah, he's looking very good on the ABBA. It's always, I don't know, I find the hero surprises me sometimes in terms of the laning stage, because you think it would be a little bit of a dead weight, but if the matchup just isn't that good, like you saw like with the way Veno has to play the lane and a melee support in the Spirit Breaker, there really wasn't any threat.
BKB available, pops it immediately. GPK living, gets the Spirit Siphon off as well. Living through that one for Lorenov, and well, he will manage to get the TP out. Damn. So that's the BKB charge use.
That was a good attempt by Happy there to try and get the stack storm to stop the saves coming through, but they couldn't quite get the damage through on the GPK to make it work. And now, with some backup in 25 seconds, do they want to try and go for a play of trying to take the top tier 2 tower? They tried to go onto Ilias, and he also, I think, just pinged out the ward. So he knows that that's need some vision on that pillar, but doesn't have any more sentries. Charge through onto Pure. They're committing. He does no mana on the Veno.
Aphotic shield afterwards. X, Pure, BKB ready.
That's what they want. They want the BKB.
Alberca, they're saving the BKB. He didn't end up popping it. Realizing that they just did not have enough left in the tank to kill him.
Yeah, DP just had to pop hers as well for the Spirit Breaker before, so maybe hoping they get some like offset BKB fight happening here, but not able to force it. Now GPK has returned, has a DD running there too, I believe, just ran out, but will pressure the tier 2, perhaps with Exorcism here.
He's thinking about it, but call is no. And Roche back up in a minute and a bit.
Yeah, they're still glyphing. They don't actually have a very good idea where the rest of Gambit are, I don't think.
Yeah.
Although they just see that D ward in their jungle by Happy.
Yeah, and that'll give him some information. But a 6,000 gold lead now. Lorenov, really? Silence afterwards. The boat will connect, but there is no follow-up because of the long duration silence, and Glimpse pulls Yamage right exactly where he was. Okay.
Threatening.
Virtus.pro. I mean, this team, it feels like they're just playing with such confidence in this game.
I mean, the draft looks good. The lanes went really well. Melee's is probably dead here. Oh, we'll see. No, he's good. He got it off pretty fast.
Good TP out of there. And I think has... Oh, went for the Sanjin Kai, actually. I was wondering if he was going for a Halberd there. Alberca, TP out. Oh, Yules is there. In trouble, no BKB. The Ursa will fall. Trying to get towards that item, but not gonna happen.
High-five them. So there's that, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Spirits are still high here. Great line drawn here from GPK. Run here and make a mess in their jungle, he says.
Just fight them. Just get in after it.
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do? That's what your lineup does. You run at them. You have Razor, Death Prophet, Timbersaw. You go in, and damage happens.
The pig pole, DM, misses onto one, but the slow is there from the Chakram, and now got him caught for a moment. Kills off the Courier. Dude, devastating. Pure runs into Immersion now. How you doing, buddy? Hello, hello? Oh, my guy's dead. Pure gets the kill.
He's like, I'm not making that mistake again. I'm just ulting. I'm running through here with all the damage.
And this is an easy Roche now as well, if they want to go and finish this one off. Gonna even pop Exorcism for it. Yeah, this game has fallen completely off the rails. Only 7 kills, but a 9,000 gold lead at 20 minutes. And this now, off the second Aegis, is going to be both that and the Shard.
I feel like it's a DC Shard.
No, I wasn't sure if they were trying to outclick each other for who got the Aegis right there. It kind of looked like it. But regardless.
Poor Courier. Can't pick up the Null Talisman. No vision. We'll come back in.
Got him. All right, Gambit. What's the play now? Trying to get towards AC for Kunkka. Ursa almost BKB.
Yeah, that's the play. The only hope that they have is They have a lot of really good spells, right? They have Boat to help with their own selves defensively, as well as the Chain Stun and the big AoE. They're going to have Disruptor there, too. Maybe they can... Because, like, you sort of commit on Virtus.pro with these heroes, right? Death Prophet has to pop ulti, Razor pops ulti. And then the BKBs are generally used at the same time. So maybe if they can sort of break that off.
Up top, also, they managed to get the fear onto him, but now he's stuck over in the side, no vision. Chase going to be called off. And, yeah, it looks like the rest of Gambit gets out. So Spirit Breaker tried to TP when the fear was happening, or when the Spirit type was happening, and then the fear broke his TP.
Yes, of course. All right, well, they've solved their problem. They're just going to BKB TP every time. That is the solution. Yep. They're just going to cosplay Jug and spin TP and see how far they can get. That's what Lornov went for. Managed to get out.
Charge on the GPK, just trying to kill the creep wave and then jumping out of there. Lots of heroes up top. Pure in the area as well, going to break a smoke. And they force the BKB out. Oh my god. Pure is going terrifying. In. Dude, 1v5, just killing your core. Meanwhile, from downtown, looks for the dunk-in, but not gonna happen. Alberca manages to go down. So they find the kill onto the Razor. Meanwhile, on the other side, they found Melis. Torrent after the respawn. Disruptor buys back. Try and take this fight. Don't know if it's gonna work. Immersion gun in as well. DM gets the lift up there now. Alberca back into the fray. BKB out. Cookie not gonna be enough there. DM does manage to run out. GPK chasing in. The exorcism going. Alberca just wants to find a place for himself in this world, but it won't be there either. Diving fountain, and everybody buys back again. GPK finally is going to get punished here, and actually he's going to give up the gem. GPK, the absolute madman. They didn't even have the tier 2. What are y'all doing?
They didn't even pick it up. They're just like, what?
Oh, that guy's crazy.
All right, that was a little bit wild. Can you imagine if their courier somehow got this? Like, with it still sitting there.
Yeah, that is there any way? Surely not. They're pinging it.
Oh, GBK pings it. I mean, it's worth going for it. You got to see if you can do it.
I've seen Monkey Kings do it. All right, whose courier is going on the long trek?
You sent 2. Because you got the, you know.
Dude, look at that.
Extra safety. Why? That's not a. This isn't like a great circle route, dude. I don't think you need to go that far around.
Oh my god, they're actually not going to get the gem. They don't see it. They're just walking past it. Dude, it's like the Keen Optic all over again.
It really is. Except this one is a lot better to have.
All right.
Oh, well, this is so painful. This is good. This is the entertainment I need in the game when they're down 15k in 25 minutes. Oh, look.
Dude.
Disruptor's career is going through.
Nobody's gonna ping it. Oh, GPK, he's pinging it. He's still liking it.
That's him. They're gonna do it. Oh no, dude, please.
Kidding me?
Spearbreaker, his career. No, it's going right over. No.
Oh my god. Just do. Hello. Oh, they get the gem back.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, that could have made it 14k difference.
You know, this is one of those things that lower MMR players, this would never happen because they look at their hero the whole game. Whereas Gambit are just looking where they want to go. You know, they're never looking at their hero. They're like, couriers are running right by stuff.
Yeah, you never expect it to be there.
Low MMR, you're just microing the courier the entire way. You don't understand how the hotkeys work.
And you know what? To be fair, as DM is just going to start a fight here. Runs on in. Yule Scepter afterwards on the Ursa. Yeah, they got that sack there, the Connect Field down. I'm not going to make it any further.
To be fair, what? She dove in by herself, died, and they both had open inventory slots.
Well, what I'm saying is, to be fair, you don't expect the diving, like, you know, mid-death prophet to have the gem that's, like, in your tier 4 towers when they haven't taken a tier 2 yet.
Well, expect the unexpected.
GPK, lift up there, still has BKB afterwards. Turn, fight, Alberca. Where are you going? Pure taking him on a walk. The right click's coming through. Is it going to be enough? No. Melis also trying to TP out. Will manage to escape. So they are able to dodge the damage. Big plays, big plays.
I swear, DM's just going to buy Abyssal. I feel like he's going to be like, you know, this is a pretty meme-worthy game.
Oh, He's got to be a little careful here. Oh, getting jumped on, but the save is there afterwards. Lorena pops BKB. Now the turn. The BKB TP, the strongest strat in the game, apparently.
I still remember the first time I did that versus a Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
It just changed. It blew my mind in a Dota game. I was like, wait, what? I could just TP, but I'm ruptured.
That's amazing.
Oh, he doesn't have stuns.
A modern miracle,
good times.
Trent.
Tell you, my brain grew 3 sizes that day.
Another death. Immersion will end up falling there. The power of Boots of Travel. And Virtus.pro, after a little bit of a clumsy series up to this point, are asserting some dominance in the way that we were hoping to see out of this team earlier on in the year.
I think this is a long con by Melis. You know, he doesn't want to play Veno ever again.
Jumps in, BKB out, Alberca in rage, trying to get him away. Right clicks, is it enough?
Way.
Yes, they got him. Lorenov also going to get ran down, going to get killed. 3 dead for Gambit in the space of a minute. And finally, are we going to see some pressure up towards the rest of these tier 3 towers? Doesn't look like it. They're chilling. Remember, just don't go high ground, ever.
Just don't go high ground. They know. They saw the series earlier. I want to see this flamethrower there, DM, please. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't had a Timber game in a while. I like that new addition. So yeah, Melis always says in the interviews, you know, he likes the axe, the Pango. He likes these heroes that are in and out and big initiators, you know, create chaos. And Veno is just, it's not his hero. You know, he's not buying a blink stun. So, you know, you're his captain. You watch this game back on the replay, you go, oh, jeez, don't have to worry about that again there, bud. I tell you. I'm not sending you down that bottom lane of Venomancer ever again.
What was the last pick again? It was DP, wasn't it? Like, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Before the Ursa? Yeah.
Well, yeah, before the Ursa, right, of course. But it's just like, they had such good lane setup against that Veno. Frustrating, I gotta imagine, playing into that. Alberca gonna be forced back yet again. Spamming some voice lines out and hiding off in the trees, hoping to get out of there. Doesn't want to have to use I mean, it's a 6-second BKB at this point. And yeah, BKB, Enrage, TP out. Yeah, where is
long
that
cooldown,
Basher?
you know. Yeah, right? Where's my Timber Saw Abyssal Blade?
A gift from the Tempest of
1 minute till Roche will respawn. Renoff trying to buy his team a little bit more time. Same with Immersion, who's actually going back for the Shard. Interesting.
All right, pretty good versus Razor. Obviously, he's the one that stands out. Slow him down a lot.
Yeah. Renoff lifted. GPK nearby. Still has the BKB TP out if Lorenov wants to use it. And it's going to be forced to.
Maybe he'll catch the Abba on a silence. Or he'll just not notice, not pop his ulti. Happens to I guess in the static storm, they could kill Abba. Ulti will pop with a break. That'd be good.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Could blink back.
You know, you have Timber, but I hate him versus Timber. Like, he usually has the stacks up.
Immersion gets silenced. Trying to walk out of there. BKB's out, though, and he got his ulti off in time. Now the kisses from downtown. Gonna collect a couple quick kills as they take down both supports, and, well, also gonna lose the Veno, as has been the fate of Melis this game. Whether it's getting the kill itself or whether it's just taken down to very little impact, it is a rough one right here for poor old Gambit. Virtus.pro 24,000 gold lead.
I think what would be really good for morale would be you choose who to blame on the team and you make them surrender the GG call.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I feel like that would only help things in a team dynamic.
What's interesting, and it's sort of unfortunate that this is the game that we're ending off with, is that it looks super close between, you know, all of the games that we've seen today. And this one has definitely been the biggest blowout off the back of that bottom lane.
It most certainly has. Look good from the draft for sure. Just like even the mid game coming in even, I feel like I'd be favoring the Virtus.pro heroes, but when you lead with such an advantage, it obviously becomes much harder. So they're going for the one last fight. They're taunting their way out of the base. Gambit still feeling good, pumping themselves up, saying, "All right, let's go. Last chance here."
They gotta know
YOLO.
Roche is going.
No cares. Refresher in the pit. Let's go. Oh, it's an ABBA.
Found him. ABBA ulti comes out. Chase now. Pure finds one. It's the Ursa. It's a pretty good one to get. Burka enraged. Still has BKB. Pure. Has he gone a bit too far? Can they turn this? Static Storm down. But Disruptor's already dead. And now Immersion also trying to run away here.
Great
DM chase. Lorenov gets the blink out. And Xmark afterwards throws that torrent. And TF is like, okay, well, we don't need Roche. We're just going to go for the tier 4 towers to try to finish this one off here. Immersion runs through, throws the stun. Yamich, good stun. And Immersion will finally back out of there. They can't quite get the kill. Sapphire does eventually go down. The buyback comes immediately.
Look at this space.
They're taking him. Lorenov tries to escape, does get that BKB for the runaway, and likewise Ursa was able to get out of there. So Virtus
just
Pro
ran.
lose one.
He ran outside the base and just TP'd back while Razor's chasing him. That's the play. Oh, they needed a glimpse, but they can't find it.
Damn. I mean, Roche is still available with Refresher Shard. You gotta
coming.
imagine they're going in.
Boat's still there.
Yeah.
Ursa can jump in first, lead the way with the vision. They have Static Storm in 15 seconds.
Another smoke, no Veno ulti. But they're gonna walk down this hill potentially, get some vision up on the high ground. They jump out, and hello! Where do they find him? The glimpse wasn't enough in the end, and yeah. With that, Virtus.pro thinking about still taking this fight. There's another blink forward. They get the silence, no BKB, 8 seconds for Alberca. The enrage is there, but second round, as the refresher was popped, Pure will not be denied. Now chasing, looking for Melis. Get on back over here, buddy. We had a good time down bottom, you remember? But they can't finish him, and GG is gonna be called. Gambit lose this game, and Virtus.pro showing there's still a team to contend with in this region.
It's easy to say that Virtus.pro just like outdrafted them and stuff, but I think what's sort of impressive to me about this draft is that in a lot of situations, these heroes wouldn't necessarily look that good together. Like you can see like a couple flaws, like very ulti dependent between the two cores of the Razor and the Death Prophet. They actually feel very similar in how they play, as like, you know, they both have a little bit of a mix of physical and magical, so like you're not getting totally shut in one direction in terms of your damage output, but they play the same, right? They pop ulti, they hit a bunch, so this was just very well tailored to how they wanted to defeat Gambit, and it was just kind of perfect for Virtus.pro. Very well done.
Virtus.pro, they managed to take that series again, a full day. Both best of threes went to the full 3-game series, and really impressive performance there in the end. Virtus.pro proven, you know, they're a team people have to contend with. A little bit of a slow start, but looking good now. For now, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll head on back to the panel. See y'all then.
And Virtus.pro closes out the series 2-1 in a dominant Game 3 victory. That was something else, Sheep.
They found their stride. What can we say? They got something that works for them, and it's absolutely annihilating Gambit with no hope of recovery.
Yeah, and I think AS Monaco Gambit may have found something that doesn't work very well, which is the Venomancer offlane pick against Razor Fear.
Yeah, we were a little worried about that. Like, going in, didn't think it would do so hot, but I don't think anyone could have foresaw how badly it really would have went in this game, right? When the POS 5 is like a full level ahead of you, things have gone south.
Yeah.
Really far south.
You're like drowning in the ocean
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah.
All 3 lanes, honestly, I think, didn't do as hot as they wanted to. The Ursa versus Timber matchup, that was the one I didn't see or pay a whole lot of attention to, but it seemed like Timber got what he needed out of that lane, and we already talked about it's kind of a hard Ursa game, and if the other lanes do well. And Veno's just a type of hero that, if he gets behind, what's the comeback mechanic for that hero?
Yeah.
There's not much. He doesn't offer to the team, he just takes space, right?
I found the Timber Cell lane particularly interesting because traditional logic has told me that you go Timber Chain level 1 in that matchup, and that's how you kind of either go even or sometimes even beat the Ursa, is just spamming Timber Chain over and over again. He actually went Whirling Death. He went 2-0-3, I believe. So, surprised to see that, but it did win the lane, it seems. You got a lot of farm out of that.
And when Snapfire is such a good aggressive support on lane, you can just like beat them with over-aggression, because Chain is, it's nice, it's low cooldown, but it's typically used to escape, whereas Whirling Death is like, well, you're always going to be on top of the Ursa in lane. That's how you want to, or it's how you're going to be playing.
Yeah, I think they nerfed the damage on the Chain a little bit too, and they like, I think they buffed the damage on the Q around more trees, so I think you can do potentially a lot more damage with the Q.
Yeah, and as Sheep was kind of pointing out, the Snapfire, you probably actually hit the Ursa, and all of a sudden Timbersaw's measly right clicks actually do some okay damage. As there's the man himself, DM. 3 kills, 0 deaths. Nicely played. Unfortunately, Melee is on the other side. Not his brightest game. Unfortunately, that Venomancer pick. I don't know if it was his choice or if the team picked it for him, but either way, it did not have much of a hope in the laning phase. So, all in all, Virtus.pro closing out the series and looking pretty good doing it. I think there's still a very long season to go for them. So even though it may not have, they may not have been able to get that victory right away against Hellraisers, they still have a chance to be able to climb back into it, especially if they can get a win against PuckChamp and maybe even Team Spirit, though I'm assuming that Team Spirit's just going to go undefeated in this region.
Potentially. I mean, if we saw anything today, it's that PuckChamp are not as infallible as I thought to the teams beneath them.
Yep.
And Virtus.pro looking good. You know, I was not a believer after their first series, but now things are looking well up.
Yeah, it certainly feels like this region, especially compared to last year, I think we saw a progression from last year's Season 1 to Season 2. The competitiveness of the region certainly went up, but there was still a difference between the top 2 or 3 versus everybody else. Here it feels like there is probably a solid 4, maybe even 5-team race for these 3 slots that Eastern Europe has.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. So far, all the games I've seen and casted, it only looks like Spirit is like making short work of all of them, and the rest looks like anyone's game.
From your view of this region outside of Team Spirit, do you feel like the second tier of teams, these PuckChamps and Virtus.pros and AS Monaco Gambits, like, do you feel like they'd actually be able to perform well at the international stage? Because that's been the problem with Eastern Europe for a bit, right? Is that similar to maybe like NA, there's like one team that stands above on the international stage and everybody else doesn't typically perform as well.
I think they would need more time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still seeing too many mistakes for them. Like, you can compare them to Spirit, right? Spirit's not making nearly as many mistakes as most of these other teams.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think that's fair enough. What about you, Sheep?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take that great hope for Eastern Europe, as we should be getting an interview pretty soon here with somebody from Virtus.pro to be able to break down that last game. Not much to be able to talk about that game specifically just because it was so dominant all around. But let's talk about AS Monaco Gambit a little bit. Some of the players, we already talked about Melees, but Alberca, for example, he had that really sick Monkey King game.
Monkey was very nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Did you feel like he was still that kind of stellar carry on some of these other heroes for game 2 and 3?
It's hard to gauge like how good a carry player is in 2 games where they get rolled, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, if we didn't get to see his potential in the last 2 games because they were just so far behind, right? The whole game. So, he had the great Monkey King game, but the next couple of games that was more like, it's not so much on the carry when you lose so quickly. It's usually more on like the draft or the, you know, the space making crew, more of like the mid and like the supports, right? Off laner and safe lane are pretty static for the most part in this patch, and they don't really contribute much until they get their items.
And of course, a big reason Alberca may not have had the most fun in game 2 and game 3 was because he was matched up against our interviewee. We've got DM, who's going to be joining us from Virtus.pro. DM, good to see you again, buddy. It's been a year.
Thanks. Nice evening here, guys. We have.
Yeah. Okay. So DM, I want to start off. I wanted to actually quickly ask you about your build in that very last game. I remember we asked you a number of Timbersaw questions last year. This year, I usually see Timber Chain as the way to kind of beat Ursa and lane, but you actually went 2-0-3 in order to beat Ursa. Can you tell me about that build?
To be honest, for me, it feels like Timbersaw spells are nerfed kind of hard in the current patch. So Timber is not a hero that can deal damage right now on lanes. But I lane with Snapfire and I want to deal damage. So the biggest damage dealer of the Timbersaw spells is first right now, because you use it in trees and hero gets less less attack, so it's more valuable to trade with him. And also he get more damage because of the trees. So I think that's the way I build it. So I went 2-0-2 and then I went chain, so he don't kill me ever.
Okay. Yeah, that was I was really interested to see that. That was cool. I want to talk about your the new additions to Virtus.pro in replace of the old teammates that you had. One thing that we have talked about is that both Save and Nightfall had what we believe was a more of a leadership role on the previous Virtus.pro. Was that true?
Yes, it's true.
Okay.
I think mainly even Save calls were like true leader.
Okay.
In current team.
In
in last team.
In that case, how is the new roster going with them leaving, and now you have Pure and Yamich? Are they slotting in? Are they being active voices, or is somebody else on the team stepping up in that regard?
I mean, yeah, of course, nowadays new guys also talking a lot, but in current situation, in team the guy who has best game, he is doing the calls. So it can be me, it can be GPK, it can be Pure, but mostly like early game right now, me, GPK, and Yamich are trying to do like the main calls.
Okay, so you
because
guys
our heroes are focused on leading the early game, and Pure is safe laner, so he shouldn't call too much early on. He's connecting a bit later when he gets his timings.
And who's leading the drafting for you guys?
Drafting is about our coach specialty.
Okay.
So he's drafting, and we're talking about heroes a lot, basically. But the drafts he's doing himself.
Okay. I've got Sheepstick as well as Fear, who also have some questions.
Yeah, on the topic of drafting, I was wondering why you guys went Timbersaw in the third game instead of OD, which you tried in the first game. If you can divulge.
Yeah, because I think that Timbersaw lane is much better against Kanka safe lane, which we expected them to pick than ODs.
Okay.
Like this team has a very good safe lane Kanka player, and we were expecting them to pick Kanka for position 1. But I know that no matter what hero he picks, I'm okay on Timber against any others. But my OD experience is much less, so he could counterpick me and make me have a worse situation that I want with OD pick. So I just was super comfortable with this hero and I picked it.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. My question, I guess we've asked a lot of teams this one now, is the general feel of the Eastern European. Like, what would you say the power rankings are right now for like top 3 strongest teams in the region right now for you guys?
To be honest, I can say only that Team Spirit didn't change their roster and they're like shining on this qualifiers. Basically, they're the strongest, and I can't say anything else about the other teams because every single game I watch and some of the games I play, they're kinda random. So
Right.
I cannot make any top 3. I can say only current top 1.
So it's like
Team
really
Spirit.
close outside of Spirit, you would say.
Yeah. It's everything super close. I think every team can beat each other.
I actually had a question about your guys' last series. You guys ended up losing to Hellraisers 2-1. Is there anything that you can say pertaining to that series that you felt like went wrong for you guys, or anything that you learned from that series, perhaps?
I can say that first game we didn't play exactly our comfortable draft, and we were kinda passive, I would say.
Okay.
So it was about the first game. Second game, we had a decent draft and we performed pretty well. And about the third game, I think we just did bad movements in the first 10 minutes. So the game didn't went so well as we expected.
Okay.
Like if you remember this game, I have Team Pursuit against Ursa, and I had pretty same matchup against Hellraisers. And this game, like we just did other stuff, and the game went absolutely different.
Yeah, it went very, very different. Well, thank you so much, DM, for coming on. It's always a pleasure being able to talk to you for interviews.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Have a
Bye-bye.
nice evening.
You
Good luck.
too. DM is lovely.
He's so talkative.
Yes, we like him a lot because obviously I was covering Eastern Europe last year, and Virtus.pro obviously would win every single series, and they would always put DM forward as the interviewee, and he's great at it. He does such a fantastic job. We take a look at the Division 1 standings here, where now Virtus.pro is 1-1 right in the middle of the pack, and with so many matches still to go for them, they could easily claw their way up towards the top. Puck Champ, of course, had their loss against Team Spirit, but thanks to their win today, they are now 3-1, and it's just Spirit and Hellraisers who are the two undefeated teams so far. Empire, they're at the very bottom, 0-3, but hopeful for them after today's performance. Seems like they've made some real improvements, and I feel like they could definitely have a chance of being able to stay out of relegation. Let's go ahead and take a look at next week's schedule then. This is only going to be the Division 1 matches, so of course we are going to be having some matches tomorrow. Actually, there you go. See, CIS Rejects versus V Gaming tomorrow, and then we, of course, will be bringing the broadcast back Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, where we will have some hot matches such as Hellraisers versus AS Monaco Gambit there on Thursday. Certainly stands out as one of the bigger ones. Virtus.pro versus Puck Champ. That'll be another one, last game on Sunday. That'll help determine who is going to be the top dogs of Eastern Europe and going to the very first major, which, interesting enough, we still don't have any information on. I'm very curious where we're going to end up going for the first major.
I'm waiting for a tournament to come back to the United Kingdom where I live.
I thought you were going to end
One
with the
day.
United States. I was like, I'm down with that.
No, I don't want that.
I think both of you could probably keep dreaming. I'm not sure if that's going to be happening anytime soon. But that wraps up the day. We actually had a full day of Dota. Went 2 series, went all 6 games. It was a lot of fun. We had some crazy games, that's for sure. But that is going to be it for Eastern European DPC for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.